feature tonight is what we were doing. We just wrapped up our Falcon and Winter Soldier episode 1 reactions. You guys can go check that out on podcast services under the Reactor Core, CORPS. Just type in the Whatnauts. All of our shows will pop up right there. That's how it works. Sam is already in the chat. She's been here with us the entire time and says,
Sam's still here.
Creature feature
From the Black Lagoon, from the depths.
Exactly. Sam, what is your favorite creature? Your favorite monster or kaiju? Do you have a favorite one? What's so funny?
What a perfect question for Sam.
That works. Melissa, do you have one? Do you have one you're just like, oh man,
my favorite
I love
creature.
Mecha Godzilla or something. I don't know.
I don't know. Is Dracula a creature?
Creature of the night? Why not?
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. Creatures of the night count.
Yeah, that works. Sam says Mothman. That's a good one. I don't know
Mothman's
much about that one.
good.
That's good. I think I have to go with Godzilla, and then the one I don't know much about, but I like the name, King Ghidorah. That's a
he's
good
like
name. He's like the three.
Is he another dragon man?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I don't know anything about other Godzilla accomplices. Godzilla adjacent creatures. I know only the big man himself. I know Mothra's a moth. Gamera's a turtle.
Yeah.
Rest of them, don't know. They're all kind of a mush.
I don't know. We'll have to dive into that at some point. Be like, let's watch some big monster movies.
We did watch some Godzilla, but I believe it included only Godzilla, so it did not help us.
I think we watched the first 2 of those Netflix animated ones. I don't think we watched the third one, but I think they were hinting at Mothra and Ghidorah. But I don't know. I never went back to watch that third one. It was a long time ago.
That was 2 years ago.
I think I was still at the previous house that I was at.
I think it was the first thing we watched after I moved in here. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, okay. Sam says, Mothra's my lady. I like moths.
Yeah. Moth's good.
Stuff. Melissa, how are you? How has your week been?
It's been okay. I'm pretty burnt out from work, and now I have a weekend, but then the weekend is just housework. I think I set my cleaning bar very high for myself, and now my weekends are just working on that, and then I go back to my day job, and then it's the weekend, and then I clean some more.
It's a routine, and that can be good, can be bad, but yeah. Was it at least a productive week at work?
Well, I don't know. I guess so. My work just sort of loops on forever.
I gotcha. Yeah.
I gauge my productivity at work based on how many editors stop asking me questions.
So if they stop asking you stuff, is that a productive week, or is that?
I want to make sure they have all the information they need and that they trust me as the source to get the information. It's this double-edged sword where I feel like they're constantly tugging on my sleeve, trying to get me to help them with things. But I also don't like when they go radio silent and they try and do something by themselves. And I'm like, that wasn't how you were supposed to do it. Why didn't you ask me about that?
They've gone rogue. What are they really up to?
Right. I've had rogue editors. It has happened. It's not fun.
I actually know the feeling of that. We both do wildly different jobs, but in my own way, I know what that's like. I'm still technically part-time at my job. And they're about to get a big mouthful from me because at the start of April will be my 5 years, like my 5-year anniversary there. So I'm gonna be like, look, guys, I need benefits. I need a pay raise. I need to be full-time, something like anything. Yeah, so I've tried to like carve my stake out of like, this is my job. These are the things I'm in control of. If anyone has a question about these things, come to me. Let me know. I'm the one that's supposed to make these changes. And there's a certain change that every once in a while will get made, and there are certain circumstances where it's fine if someone else makes them, but I as much as they can, like, send them to me. That is my job.
Yeah.
Every once in a while I see them making those changes and it screws something up on the back end, and I have told them a million times, don't do that. It screws things up.
Yeah.
And if we send it out and something goes wrong, we could potentially get sued for this thing that gets screwed up. We probably won't, but we could potentially.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things of like, whose job is it to make these things? Comes back on me. I don't want to be the one that's like, well, you were supposed to put this. I did. And then someone else changed it. I don't know who. But yeah, it sucks when it's like, see what you did. But yeah, so.
That otherwise, week's been okay. My parents got their first vaccine shots.
Oh, hey, good for them.
Yeah. They had to drive 7 hours to do it.
Oh, wow. 7 hours?
That's 7 hours round trip. I don't think Missouri is 7 hours long in any direction one way. But yeah, they drove from St.
I was about to ask, did they have to go out of state to get it?
No, they just went to like, from St. Louis, they went to like South Missouri. They're like, we're practically in Arkansas.
Okay. Good old Arkansas. There you go. That's good. Are they feeling okay? Okay.
Yeah.
Have they gotten some
it's my dad's
like,
birthday.
slight symptoms and stuff like that yet?
No, they're doing okay. I called my dad for his birthday. They're doing good. They go back in 4 weeks. They might need to go back to that same place, but they like road trips. Missouri's a pretty state to look at, especially down in that area. So
especially this time of year too, I'm sure.
We don't have a lot of trees back yet. Our temperatures are getting up, but there's not like a lot of plant life, which actually makes it perfect windows open season. I can feel like a temperate breeze pollen in my apartment without it carrying a lot of allergens, so that's nice.
Sam just said that's usually not until the second shot. So good information to know.
Yeah.
They won't get the symptoms till the second one. Yeah, speaking of parents getting COVID shots, I've been trying to convince my parents to go get the vaccine, and they're like, well, I don't know, like there's not many people out here, and my mom's already gotten it, so and I was like, but you're also at a high risk to get this stuff, and you can also still spread it. Like I'm not even sure how true that is, that once you get it you can't get it again. I don't want them to risk that. And they were very much starting to seem like they weren't going to do it. And I was just like, well, I mean, I hate that it comes to me having to say this, but if you guys don't get the shot, like I'm not going to go out there this winter, to do that stuff, because I don't want to put myself at risk, and I don't want to put you at risk, or my roommates and stuff like that. And so hopefully that was the like, we want to see our son, we want to
our beautiful little art boy,
right? Yeah. So hopefully they'll go get that real soon here. I think my mom is just very tired of going to the doctors, which, to be honest, has been her life most of my life, because she's a breast cancer survivor, and so yeah, she's just at high risk to get sick a lot. But speaking of vaccines, even still, I finally got to sign up to get my first shot. So April 2nd, that Friday, I'm going to go get my shot.
Is this like through the university or just as a citizen?
No, it's not through the university. I normally would be able to get it, but I'm so not at risk that I'm like one of the last people to get it. But no, my boss just messaged like our entire team and was like, hey, there's a local pharmacy that is opening up their vaccines to everyone. Here's the link. Sign up now.
Wow.
Yeah, so I jumped on that. So yeah, start of April, I will get my first shot, and then I guess at the end of the month I'll get my second one or something. So
wow,
I'm excited.
You're gonna get to go someplace before I do. You're gonna have to go to your mall and then tell me what it's like, because I can't go anywhere. I know I'm gonna be like the last person I know to get this.
Melissa, we're here at the mall. Yeah.
I'm gonna like pilot you around, like, Kyle, go into the Nordstrom's.
That'd be great.
Yeah, be great. I know. Like, I'm the last person to get it. Like, I live in this room basically. I'd love to be outside, but unless roommates of people who work in restaurants ends up becoming a high priority category. No, it's I know it'll be every other person I know and then me.
Yeah, I would suggest. I mean, I'm not sure what this situation is like where you are, but I would suggest like looking up local pharmacies and places that are giving them out, because some of them are just being like, hey, yeah, we are putting this out for everyone now, and if you don't have like the connection or someone didn't send you a link, you would have to just be checking their website or something. So yeah, I mean, it might be worth
I signed up for alerts through like the county health department or whatever it is, and I think I think it's very structured over here. I don't think it's like, all right, free for all, come every citizen.
That's absolutely what it's like here in Virginia too. I think at VCU there's like two main groups, but that first one is divided into like 3 sections, I think. And so I think I was like 1C or something. So that's like one of the last people to get it. But
in
still.
One? How many? I thought about looking this up to see how many numbers down it went and if I would be like 12.
I legitimately don't know exactly how it works, so I'm kind of speaking out of my ass. But yeah, they had some tiered system of like, okay, right now we're on like 1A. If you're in 1A, you guys can go get your shots.
Yeah, my mom recently turned 65, and I thought about like looking up the vaccine class that her age was in and like writing that on her cake.
Yeah,
he's like, hey, you're considered elderly now, and now you're a priority. Happy birthday, Mom! Vaccine class 1B.
Congrats, you're elderly.
This is the one time when it is a boon. I'm like, thank goodness I have these old parents.
Right, yeah. There you go. That's good news though, that they've gotten their first shots and stuff. That's exciting. Hopefully one day we will get out and about and do normal things again. But ladies and gentlemen, This is the Captain's Log. This is our weekly off-topic show. We just get to hang out and talk about all sorts of nonsense. This is episode 135. My name is Kyle Springer, and I am joined, as always, by Melissa Wilkinson. I don't know why my social media thing didn't pop up there, so it's only letting you know about... Why is this not
Focus
working?
on
Maybe
me.
I should turn it on. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Do that. Okay, let's do that again. Social media things pop up now. There you go. Magic. Yeah. So we just got done talking about Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That was a lot of fun. You guys can go check that out on the Reactor Core. Have you seen the Snyder cut yet? Or how
it came out last night and it's 4 hours long? No, I haven't.
You're not gonna sacrifice your sleep to go watch
I need
this
that
4 hour long Snyder
live. No, we have our movie Discord is going to be watching it Sunday afternoon.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm going to do all my housework and stuff on Saturday and leave Sunday just for a review show and 4 hours of this and order myself a nice meal in the middle.
For sure.
Do what I can to break it up. It's daunting. It's exciting, but it's also all right, I have a 5-hour appointment in the middle of the day now, which is weird, new to have.
Right. It sounds like a fun day though. Just the podcast and all the stuff we do can be a lot of work here, but it's fun. At least I think it is, right? We get to watch movies and play video games and just talk about nonsense. It's good. It's fun, you know? So there you go. I am not gonna watch it right away, but I am gonna do a rewatch of all the DCU stuff just on my own time. I think I might start that this next week here. And then I'm going to watch the original because I haven't seen that one. And I would like the comparison of okay, this is what they put out in theaters. And then here's the Snyder cut. But there you go. Besides that, Venom 2. Delayed to September 17th.
That makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense. Do you think this date will stick? Do you think fall, late summer, early fall is going to be when it's okay, things are finally starting to open up a bit for real?
I mean it better. I'm trying to do everything I can now. James Bond has been my moving goalpost for the last year and a half. Everything I do, I think about, okay, but don't you want to go see No Time to Die in theaters? Then you'd better not go anywhere else until that happens. If you want to go to Target, you have to wear 2 masks and go when it opens at 8 a.m.
Go. Yeah, I still haven't seen the first one. So I'm not super excited about Venom 2 yet. But yeah, I'm feeling good that it'll kind of be around that time where certain things might still get delayed. Yeah, but I think fall, winter, it might be when things start at least being
spooky fall,
hey,
prestigious winter.
Yeah, I know a lot of places are starting to lift the mask mandate and stuff like that, which I think is a bad idea. But I think hopefully by that time there will be a lot more people vaccinated. I know cases are starting to spike in places again because they're lifting all these mandates, but they are also getting the vaccine out there and stuff like that. But I don't know. We'll see. Give and take.
I hope the best for Venom 2. I want there to be the carnage that has been promised to us for so long.
We've had enough carnage of our own this past year. Ugh, man.
Venom 2. Sorry about all the carnage.
Right, yeah. Though I have been reading some Venom comics just on my own time, so that's been fun. Like the recent Marvel event has been Venom focused, and like all the symbiotes and stuff like that. So
I have a question for you.
Yes.
So as people who know comics often have these events, right?
They do.
How often is there an event name that also exists within the comics? Like, does Superman ever turn to Batman and be like, hey, do you remember when we had that crisis on Infinite Earths?
Oh, so, yeah, they do that every so often. DC, I think, is maybe the easiest one to do that with because it's another crisis. But I think every now and then you will catch them referring to them by name, I think.
Okay.
But I think Marvel also has some of just like, hey, here's Civil War, here's Secret Invasion. They might. That's the thing. Like it's iffy on if they call it that exactly.
Yeah, like I imagine nobody that lived through House of M looks back on that as like and thinks about, wow, I'm glad I lived through House of M.
They do reference M Day, which is the basically what happens out of House of M. So as a result of that, M Day happens, which is when a bunch of mutants get killed off.
Right. Yes.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like it's one of those things where maybe they do, but maybe they don't exactly.
Uh-huh.
Right, but then there's some like Civil War 2, where it's like, no, they don't call it that.
Yeah, they're not calling it.
Secret Wars 2016.
I don't think I've seen a sequel in which the characters are aware that they are in a sequel to a thing that happened to them before. Not in a meta sense. Like Deadpool knows he's in Deadpool 2, but I mean, like, it's not like the Avengers are like, yo, fighting against Ultron, this feels like just another version of what we did in New York a couple years ago.
Didn't we do this in Secret Invasion 1?
I really hope that Ant-Man and the Wasp and Quantumania does contain the phrase Quantumania.
That would be a lot of fun. Yeah, just that they do like name it that. Like, man, this is like some Quantumania, huh?
Benedict Cumberbatch turns and stares right at you through the screen like, truly we are in the multiverse of madness.
Yeah. But like he does the thing where like the camera is on the side, so he's sitting there like talking to someone that way, and then goes, "We have to be in the multiverse of madness," right?
It's 3D for that shot only,
right? Yeah. That'd be fun. That'd be fun. That'd be terrible, but that'd be fun.
I love it. Truly, this is a captain's log.
Welcome to the captain's log. Oh, man. Melissa, you are a fan of Harvey Birdman. Is that right? Am I mistaken?
I remember it fondly from when I watched it on Adult Swim as a youth, and I've rewatched a couple episodes as an adult. I really do want to go back and watch all of it. I don't think I know it well enough to call myself a fan, but I appreciate Harvey Birdman. Yes.
Okay. Sam says the Captain's Log is truly a film of the cinema. Indeed, Sam. Thank you. We try here, right? You know. But yeah, no, I wasn't sure how much of a fan you were, or if this was like me making it up. That used to like we mentioned it once, and I was just like, oh, Melissa likes that show, but they're making a Harvey Birdman spinoff.
Good.
It's I guess Bird Girl. I don't know much about it, but I is it his daughter? Do we know? I didn't even look at the clip really, but it starts this week, or no, starts Sunday, April 4th at midnight on Adult Swim. It looks like, let's see here if I can get the interwebs going. There we go. There's a bit of a clip. Let me see, make sure audio is on for all of that. Let's see here.
I'm just staring at the clip. This is just poor audio from me.
Is it not playing any audio? Wonderful. Okay, not playing audio. Great, cool. Wonderful. Well, we'll skip that. It seems like she has some kind of similar job, right? Where Harvey Birdman was an attorney at law.
Yeah. It says she's the new CEO of 7 & 7, which is the law firm he works for. There's an episode of Harvey Birdman that is the employee training film for this fake firm. The entire episode is the training film. I love it. Like, that's the episode I will go back and watch. I love a fake training film.
That is right up your alley. Yeah, I'm interested in this because I liked the idea of these shows like Harvey Birdman or the like Space Ghost Coast to Coast, like these not fake, right? But like sometimes they like repurpose these like old animations and stuff like I like that idea, and it's been gone for so long that I
miss this.
What they could do with that nowadays. So.
Remix the Herculoids or something for me.
Freakazoid. Remix Freakazoid. Remember that show?
Freakazoid's not even that old. I thought about Freakazoid actively this week. His brain is overloaded. His head is chocolate coated.
Yeah. When are you guys covering that on your other podcast?
I don't know. We can have you on whenever we do Freakazoid. I love Freakazoid.
I watched it every once in a while. I don't remember anything about that show.
You don't have to remember anything.
That one line, like that would be like, you can have me on a guest. I'm like, now we go to our man in the field. Hey, Kyle from the Whatnauts, what do you remember from Freakazoid? And I'm just sitting there, runs around in underwear, Freakazoid.
That's enough, Kyle. We don't ask much. You can just
and then it
show up.
Cuts back to you guys, and that's it.
No, we have to discuss Freakazoid at length. I do legitimately think about it often.
It was a good show.
Yes.
Funny stuff. Okay, what else do we got here on this doc?
Oh, in other superhero news.
Yes.
We got a Marvel mystery unveiled, finally answered.
Which is?
So do you remember back in Avengers Endgame, when they go to visit Thor, and he's full of beer and he's just hanging out playing video games in New Asgard. He's playing Fortnite or something and yelling at some player named Noob Master 69. And it was a little throwaway joke, but people made videos about who could Noob Master 69 be?
Yeah.
Is this how we're going to introduce Deadpool? Could that be him? And there was some promotional video for like Microsoft or something this week featuring Anthony Mackie. I saw this thing out of context. I don't even know what this video was about. Didn't watch it. Probably should have.
I didn't watch it, but I saw it. I saw it going around.
Yes. And it's him and DC Pearson, who played the Apple Store employee from Winter Soldier. Remember the guy who's like, specimen. Yeah, so it's him. He's back. He's still wearing a name tag that says Aaron, so you can tell this is supposed to be the same character.
Amazing.
And they're playing some video game, and he mentions, like, my username is Noobmaster69.
Master 69. That is wonderful.
It makes me very happy that this tiny little thing got answered, and it means nothing to the plot or mythology. It's just like, remember this one-off guy who said 3 lines many years ago? Here he is. The answer was him.
That's amazing. I love that. I love that we can have something like the MCU that will do stuff like that.
Yes.
Like it was the same. Well, not I don't want to say this same, but like I like TV shows and media that can do that. Like big sprawling stories that have like a bunch of lore and mysteries and jokes like that. It's so much fun. Like I remember all of the stuff from I guess I don't remember all of it, but I remember they like Lost did all of the like in between season stuff and the augmented reality games and stuff like that. And there's whole like there's so much Lost lore that's out there that you can find that was never in the shows. That is like official, like this is who the DeGroots were, and this is how they came up with the numbers. Right? Yeah. Like this
Gary
is how they
Troop. Did you ever read
numbers.
Bad Twin?
I don't think so.
Okay, there was this was a novel that somebody wrote to go along with like season 2, I think is when it came out. Like, there was supposedly one of those like 48 other people who just live on the beach who we never talked to. There was a guy named Gary Troop whose name was an anagram for purgatory, who was a novelist who was on the plane. Supposedly, this was like his final manuscript he wrote before he like, I don't know if he died. He might have been like the guy who got sucked into the jet engine. I don't remember because he's not a character. Like he's not really a guy. He just supposedly was there. Maybe he lived in the background of the castaways. Maybe he died in the crash. I don't know. But this novel was published to be like his final manuscript. And I read it. I bought it and read it several times trying to figure out how it connected to Lost. And it only does in like very abstract senses, you know, like the concept of a tabula rasa. Like, can you start your life over? Like it's thematically similar, but there's no clues. There's a character in it named Shannon who has nothing to do with the Shannon from the show.
Right. Which that makes sense for what Lost did, because they often have their characters reading books that like thematically mirrored what was happening in the show or asked some big question like that of like, oh, here's a book where they're stuck on an island and they think it's purgatory, right? Just stuff like that. That's interesting, though. I did not know that. Whoa! I did not know that was a thing.
Yeah, Bad Twin. I don't know if it's great. I read it because I was super into Lost, and I was like 15. And what else did I have to do? I don't know if you necessarily need it, but it's an interesting. Yeah, it's like a little interesting corner of Lost lore. Speaking of the books on Lost, one of the journals I work for is a literary criticism journal. And the editor was mentioning how it's contemporary literature. It's like we only do stuff from like the 1950s onward, right? That's our cutoff point.
Okay.
And somebody like submitted a paper about the author Henry James. And it went to the editors like, are we going to desk reject this? Like, this isn't in our time slot at all. The editor was like, yeah. It's a shame, though. I really like this guy's work. One of my favorite novels is The Turn of the Screw. Have you ever read that? And I'm like, I've never read it, but I know about it because that was the last book Desmond was ever gonna read. Carried it around with him everywhere. Never broke it open because he wanted to make sure that was the last thing he experienced. And he's like, when I am on death's door, I'm gonna read that book for the first time. I love everything else the author's done.
That's amazing. Yeah, there's so much stuff like that. I was talking to Alan on Crossplay this past week. I think it was this past week. But there was a Halo podcast like that tied into video games, and we actually covered it way back on the Whatnauts podcast a long time ago. And it was called Hunt the Truth. It was real good. The main character was played by Keegan-Michael Key, so it was great voice acting. But yeah, it focuses on the story of Master Chief and like who he is, but it's that typical like investigative journalist hosting a podcast based on what they find. And here's the adventure that they went on to get this story. But the story that they were originally after changed into something else. And so that's why they're doing this podcast. And it went into like all of the Halo backstory and stuff like that. That's just vaguely mentioned or vaguely referenced here and there of like, the US, I forget what the acronym is for the military in that world, but they were kidnapping children and replacing them with clones and stuff like that. And it's just like, this is wild. This is intense. It was really good. I love when media can do stuff like that. Did you ever read any of the books that Lauren Shippen has done for the Bright Sessions?
I have not. I know there's a whole world of podcast books I could follow up with. I read the first Night Vale novel, and that was it.
Okay. Yeah. There's books and comics and all that stuff. But yeah, I've had that first book that she did on my wish list for a long time, and I've just never pulled the trigger. But now I think she's done like a second book. They've done like 2 or 3 other podcasts in the universe, like all sorts of stuff. So yeah, it's exciting stuff, but I just haven't kept up with that one in particular.
Yeah, there's a lot to keep up with.
There is.
I'm back to rereading the Artemis Fowl books like I was doing last year.
There you go. How's that going?
It's good. I'm on book 6 now. I think I was reading book 5 when we went into quarantine. And I just found myself like never in the mood to read. Like I watched a lot of TV because the TV felt like more company to me than reading a book.
Okay.
But
that makes
eventually
sense.
I'm like, you gotta like, you have like a handful of chapters left in book 5. Finish it. You have like 3 more books after this. They're young adult. They're quick reads. Just finish them. Just do it. So
yeah,
I've been quietly reading to myself every night. I'm back into the swing of it. I think I need the company slightly less now that there's light at the end of the tunnel. And it's like, well, maybe you can see your parents more soon.
And finally, maybe read Turn of the Screw.
No, you do that when you die.
Oh, well. Light at the end of the tunnel.
Right. Before you die, you read The Screw.
I know. So I wanted to read more this year. I don't think that's gonna happen.
Because you told yourself you were gonna read Dune. It's too big.
I don't know if I was going to get to Dune this year, but Dune is on my list of things that like one day I would like to read that book. But yeah, I was at the start of the year. I was like, maybe I could do like an audio book a month. And I haven't started it, and I haven't gotten into it yet, and I don't know if I really am. Maybe.
Do you want to do a book club together? It can be an episode or not.
I mean, yeah, we could do it for the review show. I don't know. Like that's the thing. I don't know how much we can get done in a week. Of like, what's the appropriate size book we can get in a week?
We could do it as one of our monthly series. You know.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, like we could say, just read a series of books. Do like one book a month for a while, or if you just want to take a month to try and read a book after we're done with *Halt and Catch Fire* and see how we feel, and maybe then go on to something else after that.
That would be a good experiment to do.
Yeah,
we did our sitcom exchange as the like. Okay, we need to debrief here a bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe doing something like a book and just seeing how it goes for a month or so. That might be good.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting thought. Yeah, we'll
our summer reading program, Kyle. This would be at the end of May. We could maybe do it for a couple months if you want. May, June, July, August. The Whatnauts summer reading program.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I've wanted to branch out and do books and video games, but I never really knew how to do it, or if that was really what I wanted to do on the show. But yeah, I'd be up for that. Read a book someday.
Let's read books.
Let's read a book someday.
The bar is so low.
Bar is low. Bar is low. But yeah, we're moving right along on Halt and Catch Fire. Where we got season 3 coming up next week.
Yes.
I'm excited to see where the show advances to.
We had a setting change.
Yeah,
we're in California now.
That's gonna be interesting for sure. Man, I don't know what I want to do after that. So yeah, I might have to think of a book to do for that. I was starting to get in the headset of like, I'm gonna need to start coming up with ideas for what we do next. Of like, maybe I can let Melissa know I kind of want to do this thing or that thing, but I don't know yet. So we'll see. We'll get there. Get there indeed. Let's see, what else do we got on here? Oh, so I guess circling back around to our work week and stuff. Last week I mentioned that my graphics card just started like randomly working again with After Effects and stuff like that. So it was like Thursday or Friday that I tried testing it out. So I really didn't get to do much with it last week. But I did some things last week and I did some things this week, and man, I have had a productive week. It feels like it's been busy. I'm tired. I don't want to do anything. I bought a bunch of caffeine, which I'm not much of a soda drinker anymore. But I also now do get cravings for soda every once in a while. Be like, man, remember the good old days when we had soda? Have you had that new Mountain Dew, the watermelon one yet?
Kyle, I've never had old Mountain Dew.
What?
I don't think I've ever drank Mountain Dew. I think I've briefly tried samples of like, I know I tried Game Fuel when that came out in like the mid 2000s, because I remember drinking it and saying this,
but not regular ass Mountain Dew.
I don't know. It just seemed like more aggressive Sprite. And I looked at it and I'm like, I don't need this. But they came out with these really abstract flavors. And I'm like, what the heck is a Game Fuel? Is it like Sprite? And I drank it and I'm like, this tastes like gummy bears. I had like a little bit of it. And I think I briefly sipped one Code Red. But like, is Mountain Dew itself any different than like a Sprite or a Sierra Mist or whatever?
Yes. Yeah, it does taste different than that. One, it's caffeinated, which the like Sprite and 7-Up are not. But
can you taste the caffeine?
They are still citrus flavors, but it's not the lemon. It's not a lemon lime flavor. I would say maybe. Now let's see. Let's look it up. Let's do some edumacating. What flavor?
I just thought Mountain Dew was just aggressive Sprite. Like it's a little bit more friendly than Surge. Surge is terrifying. Mountain Dew's like mildly threatening. Sprite's approachable. Sierra Mist is a nice soft time. Mellow Yellow, a mystery. I don't know that one. I've never seen anybody drink a Mellow Yellow. As far as I know, it's a myth.
So Mountain Dew is carbonated. The original formula was invented in 1940 by Tennessee beverage bottlers Barney and Ailey Hartman.
Wait.
Mountain Dew's been around since the 40s. So
Stephen Bucky could have drank this before they went into ice.
Yeah. They
so Steve can come out in the world and come out of that glacier.
Cold one.
You're like, you guys still have Mountain Dew? Truly, I've protected American freedom. I did my job. Mountain Dew persists.
So then it says a revised formula was created by Bill Bridgeforth in 1958. The rights to the formula were obtained by the Tip Corporation of Marion, Virginia. Blah, 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 blah. We don't need to know all that stuff. Between the 40s and 80s. What?
Here I am on mountaindew.fandom.com/wiki.
I saw that, yeah.
Mountain Dew.
I saw that.
Okay, I want to read you these basic facts.
Okay.
Flavor, citrus, color, yellow, green.
Yeah.
Just citrus, just ambiguous citrus. Oh my God, I want to read the related flavors. Diet Mountain Dew, Throwback, Caffeine-Free Mountain Dew, Johnson City Gold, Caffeine-Free Diet Mountain Dew, Amp Energy, Energized, Game Fuel, Citrus Blast, Ice, Fuel, Iced, as a past tense verb, a Mountain Dew Coolada, an MDX, Kickstart Ultra, Amp Game Fuel every 10 minutes, Dew Gotham City, Game Fuel Promotion, Honor the Code, Dorito. These are the names of flavors. There was a flavor named Honor the Code. Doritos Quest, Dew XP, Fuel the Fire. Oh my God.
Speaking
Doritos
of
Quest,
Halo,
the Mountain Dew flavor.
Speaking of Halo, the Mountain Dew Honor the Code was, I guess, a promotion for Halo Reach. One of those video games. There you go. Years active 2010. Weird.
Okay. Doritos Quest was a campaign held in 2008 when Doritos debuted a mystery flavor called Quest. The flavor was later identified as Mountain Dew?
Wait,
Okay, so you get a bag of mystery Doritos, and they're like, "What's the flavor of the Doritos?"
The flavor of the, like, I thought it was a Mountain Dew soft drink that was like, it's a mystery flavor, and they just didn't do anything to it. It's like, it's just regular ass Mountain Dew.
No, there was a bag of Doritos, and like the bag is all black, and it's just labeled the Quest, and it's like, what flavor is the Doritos? And there's a guessing contest, and then at the end, the flavor is another brand. It's Mountain Dew. I mean, I didn't know that was a possibility.
I wonder
the
if
flavor
this was
could be a pre-existing other brand.
I think so. All right, so another church camp story. We had I remember one summer Doritos put out some kind of mystery flavor. I don't remember if this was them. If this was Doritos Quest. It was in 2008.
Well, it was
maybe.
2008. Big year.
It might have been earlier. I want to say this was earlier than 2008, so it might not have been this. But we ate them, and it was a Doritos mystery flavor. And it like we were trying to figure out, and the best we could come up with was that it tasted like a Whopper from Burger King, like the whole thing. Like this tastes like a complete Whopper.
It's flame broiled. There's mayonnaise and ketchup on it, but not cheese.
Sam wants us to read the description of the Doritos Quest. The Doritos Quest tortilla chips were sweeter than salty. They were said to taste like Girl Scout cookies, and on other occasions, Mountain Dew.
You mean just generally Girl Scout cookies? Like which dang ones?
All of them. I don't know.
Combined. It's coconut caramel mint lemon.
Right? It's like, these taste like Samoas. That would be good, though. Interesting. A sweet chip. Would you eat like a sweet chip like that if it tasted like soda?
I have fond memories of this. Sam, tell me if you remember these, because I think I would get these and then take them to your house for slumber parties. It was, I think, Pringles maybe had an offshoot brand that was like, we're going to try and do a classy adult chip. Like, they're not shaped like, I mean, they're approximately shaped like Pringles, but they're really small. They're like, you know, the size of a $50. You get these bags full of these like adult contemporary flavored chips. And they had like sweet potato, like cinnamon ones. They were these really good sweet potato chips. I would get these all the time when they existed for a brief period. Also around like 2008. Like, that's when this was a hot deal. Like, the mid 2000s were big for weird food experiments.
Sweet potato chip.
Well, it wasn't exactly 2008. Damn, do you remember when we got those chocolate flavored Skittles?
I remember those. Those were nasty.
Those were weird. Right? I didn't have, I was a teen. I hardly had any money and I spent money on those.
I mean, you kind of had to. It was such a like chocolate flavored Skittles. What in the world?
Yeah. It's experimental.
Sam says she doesn't remember.
Oh, man. Maybe I didn't bring these over to your house.
Pringles Select, I think, is what you're thinking of. Did they come in a bag?
Yeah. Yes. Pringles Kyle, we found them. Select. Pringles Select. We have Szechuan barbecue. Oh, the Parmesan garlic ones were good. I would get those sometimes. Bold Crunch buffalo wing. Hold on. What's this guy? So just click on it. Just show it to me. A sun-dried tomato and the cinnamon sweet potato. These cinnamon sweet potato chips were good. God, the posh Pringle. Adult contemporary Pringles for classy.
I had no idea that these were a thing. That's so funny. Like, I remember they're like snack packs, right? They're like, here's a small thing you can put in your lunch so you don't have to have the whole giant can.
Still exist. And like, they're not different flavors, they're just a smaller can. There's nothing else separate about them.
Now Sam remembers and says the Parmesan garlic ones were the bomb.
Okay, that's what we would get.
Go. Wild. I had no idea that those existed. Interesting. Okay, so my back to Mountain Dew though. So right now I have their new like watermelon flavor one. I actually like it. I think it's pretty good. I don't know how long that one is staying around. However, my favorite Mountain Dew flavor that is also maybe one of their worst was Pitch Black 2. They did Mountain Dew Pitch Black
to a soda.
Right? Yeah. They did Mountain Dew Pitch Black, which was like a grape flavored soda. And it was a limited time thing, and I liked it a lot. And then they brought it back, and they did Mountain Dew Pitch Black 2, except this time it was sour. It was a sour grape soda. So it had this like, it was, Sam says, Pitch Black 1, a hit. Pitch Black 2, a miss. That's exactly it. It was terrible, but I loved it because it was so bad, and it was so much just like, what were they thinking? Like, why would they make a sour soda? I don't know.
I'm over here Googling discontinued chips. Which is a great rabbit hole to go down. We have Fritos wild and mild ranch flavored corn chips. I don't know how they're both wild and mild at the same time. They've got kind of a two-face thing going on. Lots of pepper jack flavored chips that I guess didn't take Pringles Sloppy Joe sounds wild. Barbecue Sun Chips, which I've never seen. I would have gotten them if I had seen them. Doritos 3D, the Big Puffs. I remember those a lot. What do we have? Oh, there used to be these Pringles called Pringles Prints. I guess there was nothing different about the flavor, but they would have jokes printed on them in edible ink.
Do I remember that? I think
it doesn't list a year.
I think I vaguely do. I think I never actually saw them or had them, but like maybe I saw them once in a store and was just like, that's dumb.
I want to eat a joke. I want to become strong. I want to absorb its strength. I want to have the strength of a whole Pringles can worth of jokes. This is easier to eat than a popsicle stick or a Laffy Taffy wrapper. Was this the first joke you could eat?
I don't think. Well, no, because they have the like the fruit roll up stuff where they had the jokes and stuff you could like tattoo on your tongue. You remember those things?
Did that come with I remember the designs. Did that come with an entire joke though? And hold on,
Bazooka Joe, right? The bubble gum. They had the like.
The gum doesn't have a joke on it. That's different. There's like jokes on the wrapper. I'm talking about a joke on a food that I eat. I want to eat a joke.
You know what a real joke is? That you can eat oatmeal raisin cookies. They're a joke.
Oh,
they're terrible.
I think they're. No. Hold on. If they are clearly labeled and disambiguated from a chocolate chip cookie,
still not going to eat them. Nope.
Okay. But there's a difference between you deciding not to eat something and it itself being inherently terrible.
Joke. No one likes oatmeal raisin cookies.
I eat them. Am I not a human? If you cut me, do I not bleed?
No, you're a robot.
Okay,
Melissa.
so I'm a robot and I love oatmeal raisin cookies.
Sam says Doritos 3D are back, and that is a good point. They brought back Doritos 3D because they were discontinued.
I'm looking at these fruit roll-ups. You can print like a image on your tongue. I'm not seeing any text. So
really?
You don't have a joke you can eat. Let me even find a picture of these like
joke.
Pringles prints. Hold on, let me see one of these in real life. Oh my god, let me read you some of these jokes. Okay. Oh no, I have to turn my head upside down. Kyle, why do cows wear bells? Because their horns don't work.
Okay.
That's a joke I couldn't eat. That joke could be in my body.
I'm more so laughing at you turning your head than the actual joke. Just like you sitting there being like, Kyle, what? Why did the chicken cross the road?
How else am I supposed to do
it? Oh God!
Oh, some of these come with like, some of these just have facts on them. Like that's not as much fun. Let me find a good joke. Oh, come on! These are all facts. All right, let's see if I can get this one big enough to read. Some of these are like small enough that I can't read them very well.
So funny.
Oh my God! Come on! Hit me with a joke.
HD pictures.
What is one of these?
Come on! We didn't even have HD cameras back then. Oh man. Yeah, I haven't seen those at all.
I'm only finding facts, not jokes. I would eat a fact.
And what's a chip fact?
What city is known as Beantown?
No, you have to turn your head, Melissa.
I know what it is. It's one word that's easier to read. Okay, Kyle, what city is known as Beantown?
Boston.
You're right. The chip says you're right.
Thank you, Chip. That's so dumb. That's funny. Man, discontinued sodas and chips and candy and snacks and stuff like that is always
it's a fun rabbit hole.
Check out.
What's a discontinued food of your youth that you miss besides Mountain Dew Pitch Black 2?
Butterfinger BBs. I loved those.
Yes.
They were great. I don't know why they got rid of them. They were stupid.
Choking hazard?
Eat the thing. Don't choke on it. Eat it instead. I mean, you can choke on Reese's Pieces.
I don't know. Like, I remember reading this. There was something about the size and shape of the candy. I wasn't there. I wasn't in the room. I miss, in the late 90s, McDonald's had these salad shakers. There was a big plastic cup that had a salad in it. You'd pour the dressing in and you'd snap the lid on and you would shake to disperse the dressing onto the salad. Loved them. It made a salad fun.
There you go. Thankfully, I don't think there was too much that I like latched onto that was discontinued, except for like Mountain Dew Pitch Black 2. I remember Pepsi Blue. You remember that?
Yeah. What did it taste like?
Actually, I don't remember. Was it cherry, like a blue raspberry?
I remember seeing this, but I don't. And like my dad's a Pepsi guy, but he's like a diet. Like he only ever got plain diet Pepsi. He didn't investigate out there a lot.
Pepsi Blue. Let's see.
You know what I got right now? They're showing Dunkaroos came back. My roommate brought me some.
Nice.
I keep them here in my desk drawer for when I need a snack during work.
What was the flavor? Let's see. The flavor is the result of taste testing over 100 flavors over a 9-month period. It was designed to attract teenage customers with its bright blue color and unique flavor. The flavor of Pepsi Blue was described by Pepsi only as berry, and described by drinkers as like blackberries or raspberries, or similar to cotton candy with a berry-like aftertaste, and much more sugary and syrupy than regular cola. Yeah, that was another one that probably good thing that it's not still around.
Jello pudding bites. Wow. Icebreakers, liquid ice. I remember some of these. I miss Kissables. We talked about this in our candy draft episode. Kissables were great.
I don't remember what those candies. Yes, there we go. Okay. Oh, yeah. I remember these. They look like smaller versions of Hershey's Kisses, except they have like the color coding of M&Ms almost.
And it was like thicker.
It was though.
They were crunchy because it was a slightly thicker candy coating. They were much crunchier than an M&M.
I gotcha. Kissables, candy coated mini kisses.
Do you have a limited edition food that has haunted your life because you've never been able to get it again?
Mountain Dew Pitch Black 2. The one that got away. No, I don't know. I don't know about a limited edition thing. I usually don't go for stuff like that of like or at least I don't like latch on to those things. Like if they get rid of this watermelon Mountain Dew, excuse me, I'll be fine with that, right? Like that's not. It's another flavor of Mountain Dew, because they now do like seasonal flavors of Mountain Dew and stuff like that, or they'll bring them back for like certain promotions and stuff like that. Like, we're bringing back Dew SA for this all new Halo game or something like that. I don't know.
Dew Agent.
Right.
I once in the summer of like 2007, and I don't know why this happened in the summer, but I swear it did. Dairy Queen had a pecan pie blizzard, which you'd think would be around for Thanksgiving. But I swear it was like July. It was so good, and it's never come back.
Wow.
I'm Googling rare blizzard flavors right now to see if anybody else remembers this, or if there's any other weird ones. I'm seeing reindeer bites, toasted coconut, chocolate chunks, caramel, and pie pieces. That one sounds good. German chocolate brownie.
You're making me want a blizzard.
I might get a blizzard to. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Pecan pie. Pecans, crispy pie crust pieces, and roasted nutty caramel blended with the creamy vanilla soft serve. Only a DQ for the blizzard's 25th birthday. Okay, so now I have to look up birthday blizzard birthday, birth of blizzard.
There you go.
Blizzard birthday.
Pecan pie, not pecan pie.
No, how old is... When were blizzards invented?
I had ice cream right before we did all the podcasts. It was the last of my chocolate chip cookie dough. And I have a bunch of chocolate sauce and caramel sauce, and I was living large. It's good.
Okay, 1985 Blizzard treats are introduced. So that was for the 25th birthday, presuming that was a current cup. It was 2005. Was it 2005? Because I know one of my friends drove me and we're the same age. She wouldn't have driven me in 2005.
I mean, do you guys get your licenses or your learner's permits at like 15 and a half? That's what it was.
I certainly didn't. I don't know if she did. I don't know. This might have been an old cup, or maybe it was there for like 2 years and then disappeared. I might go to Dairy Queen tomorrow. I don't know. It was my dad's birthday today, and I told him I'll stop by tomorrow and I'll bring him a treat.
Nice.
So he's going to tell me tomorrow what it is he feels like.
Good. I think that's actually not gonna lie. I think that's what my dad did for his last birthday, and they were like, "Let's go to Dairy Queen or something and get a blizzard."
That's so. I think last year was the first year of my life I did not go to Dairy Queen because I would go a lot with my family. We were a big Dairy Queen family growing up. We were a big ice cream family in general.
Yeah, but
I would go a lot with my folks, or I'd go a lot with Jack. And no, I don't think we fit it in the first 2.5 months of the year. And I just never thought about going there on my own. But since like the year rolled over and I realized that happened, I'm like, I got to set this right. I got to get back to Dairy Queen.
Funny. My girlfriend last week bought me a milkshake, a chocolate milkshake, and had it delivered to my house because I had just like offhandedly mentioned like 2 days in a row that like I'm craving a milkshake, and then she just like bought me one, and she was like, "Hey, go check your front door," and there was a milkshake there, and I was like, "What? This is amazing!"
From where?
From Five Guys.
Oh, how is that? I haven't had their shakes.
They're good. I like them a lot. I wouldn't say the best ones out there, but of like fast food restaurants, I think they're one of the best.
What are the best ones out there?
Ooh, I do like a good McDonald's chocolate shake, even though I know it's like not really a chocolate shake.
It's,
you know?
Yeah, it's so light and soft of a form of chocolate, but sometimes that's what you want.
Yeah. Yes, Sam Five Guys does have shakes. At least the one near me that's on campus.
I believe they universally do.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Let's see. Good fast food shake. I mean, I think you have to go with fast food, like ice cream fast food places like Dairy Queen. I'm sure they have
Sonic.
Like that is their whole thing. Like Sonic, stuff like that. I know
Steak and Shake, it's in the name.
Sure, yeah. I know I've mentioned Cookout here on the show before. That's more of a regional fast food.
I don't got it.
Place, but they have really good shakes. I like them as well. I'd put the Frosty up there, but that's like it's its own thing.
It's in a class on its own. Yeah. How often do you ever go for the vanilla Frosty?
Never. I don't think I've ever had one in my life.
I don't think I knew it existed until I was like 18 years old. Like, we only ever got the chocolate ones. I didn't know there was vanilla. I thought chocolate was the only option. And then I think my mom got one by mistake like when I was 18 or something. I think I was coming back from wisdom tooth surgery. And mom's like, "I'll get you a Frosty." And then it was like, "Whoops, we got the wrong one." And I'm like, I was all David after dentist. I'm like, "Am I seeing this, Mom? Is this real? There's a vanilla Frosty?"
They deleted chocolate?
They deleted it!
Is this real life?
God.
How do you can't just delete chocolate.
God, I remember the first thing I did when I came off of anesthesia after getting my wisdom teeth out. I think I did passionately text Sam. I was in a weird emotional state when I got out of there. And then I had a vanilla Frosty and I wanted to watch Fantasia for comfort food. And my mom's like, "Fantasia's boring. I thought you kids left that behind. I don't want to watch Fantasia anymore. I thought I was done."
Yeah. Oh, man. Thankfully, my parents aren't tech savvy and they don't know how to do all that stuff. So they never recorded me when I got my wisdom teeth pulled and all that stuff. Because I have no idea what I said or stuff like that.
What crimes I committed.
Yeah. But what did I admit to that I don't want them knowing? I don't know. Man, thank God though. Thank God that was not something they knew how to do.
Mm-mm.
But go. Good stuff. I had fun. I say we wrap things up there.
Yeah, it's always fun when we fall down into a weird Google hole.
Those are the best. That's why I like as much as I like having some pop culture news, how was your week kind of stuff. I always every now and then I'm like, let's just go down a weird rabbit hole. Here's this thing about penis fish. Here's some weird headline that I saw over here in this thing. And it's fun to just explore these weird things, you know? Sam says, in a similar fashion, Melissa came to my mom's house in 2009 after my gallbladder surgery, and I couldn't stop laughing at Jeopardy, and it hurt to laugh, and Mel had to leave because I had to lay down.
I remember that. We were having too much fun. We were too good a pair. I had to leave so you could calm down and stop laughing.
Sam was literally bursting at the seams, dying of laughter.
I don't remember that it was Jeopardy we were laughing at, though. That's hysterical.
Good times, good times. Well, let's wrap things up there. We'll do a little bit of housekeeping for you all. If you did not know, we have multiple podcasts here at the Whatnauts. If you guys can find out more information on our website, which is thewhatnauts.com, as well as your favorite podcasting platform of choice. Just type in the Whatnauts and all of our shows will pop up right there. If you like what we do, patreon.com/thewhatnauts is where you can support us for as little as $1 a month. We have a $3 tier where you guys can get all kinds of exclusive content. We are working on scheduling our next thing, so be on the lookout for that. Also at the $5 tier, we give shout outs to our Patreon supporters. So thank you to Sam, who has been here with us in the chat.
Sam.
Sam, we appreciate you a lot. And Sam also says it was a game show of some variety, so may not have been Jeopardy. Could have been whammies. What's the like no whammies, that one? Who knows?
Press your luck.
Yeah, there you go. Let's see. Since you're wrapping up, I'm hoping to do another stream where a 35-year-old man is opening crusty trading cards. There you go.
That sounds good.
So,
Crust.
Yeah, big shout out to our Patreon supporters at the $5 tier. You guys can also go support us here on Twitch at twitch.tv/thewhatnauts. You guys can subscribe to our channel. If you have Amazon Prime, you also have Twitch Prime. You guys can just link your accounts and you have a free subscription to give out each month. We'd love that to be us here at the Whatnauts. That would be wonderful. Be on the lookout for our reactions to Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Those are going up every week. We'll also be streaming those live here on Twitch for the next couple weeks right before the Captain's Log. So there you go. Exciting new stuff coming down the road. But with that, Melissa, where can the people find you on the internet?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Wilkywit. That's WILKYWIT. And listen to my other podcast, Saturday Morning Obscurities, where me and my brother Jams talk about weird old kids shows we half remember.
Go. You guys can find me at YoKyleSpringer on Twitter. If you guys want to stay up to date with all of our shows, we are at The Whatnauts. So go like, share, subscribe. You guys know all of that stuff. If you guys like what we do and you have some nice things to say, please go rate and review us. That would help us out a ton. But yeah, with that has been number 135 of the Whatnauts Captain's Log. We will see you all next time. Bye.
Bye.